Hello everyone, let's get on with this question of XAT 2018. In the final semester, an engineering college offers 3 electives courses and 1 mandatory course. A student has to register for exactly 3 courses, 2 electives and a mandatory course. The registration in 3 of the 4 courses, 45, 55 and 70. What will be the number of students in the elective with the lowest registration? At the very outset, you should realize that it's a question which would be easier solved using Venn diagrams. And you should also be able to understand that if the electives are, let's say, A, B, C, it's not necessary that a person chooses A or a person chooses B. They can choose any 2 of these 3 electives. However, the mandatory course must be chosen by all. So I can establish that the mandatory course will have the highest enrollments. Now that we know that, let's quickly make a Venn diagram for 3 sets and see how can we place all these values in it. There can be no one who chooses no elective. There can be no one who chooses 1 elective only. There can be no one who chooses 3 electives. Everybody has to choose 2 electives. So let's say X people chose A and B only, Y people chose A and C only, and Z people chose B and C only. I know that the total number of students in this case is X plus Y plus Z, which should be equal to M. So also the number of students who take elective A is equal to X plus Y, B X plus Z, and C Y plus Z. Obviously, we don't know whether the registrations here are registrations for electives or one of them is that of mandatory. But again, if one of these is the mandatory one, then it must be 70 because we know that the mandatory will get the highest number of registrations. So I'll start with 2 cases. One wherein 70 is the number of registrations in the mandatory course, that is let's say X plus Y equals 45, X plus Z equals 55, and Y plus Z is what we don't know, the registrations in the third elective, let's say equal to A. Adding all these 3 equations, I get simultaneously I know X plus Y plus Z is equal to 70, therefore 140 equals 100 plus A equals 40. Is that possible? Yes, that is possible because it is less than 70, so it satisfies the condition that the mandatory subject should get the highest number of registrations. So the number of registrations in the 3 electives can be. But what about the case wherein the registrations given here are not of the mandatory course but of the electives? So let us take that as a situation. In that case, we would get that is the number of registrations in the mandatory course is 85, which again satisfies the situation that the mandatory course should get the highest number of registrations. In that case, the number of registrations in the 3 electives would be. Now, what does the question ask us to find? What will be the number of students in the elective with the lowest registration? If it is the first case, this will be 40. If it's the second case, it will be 45. So the answer could be either 40 or 45. The correct answer should be answer option 5. Thank you very much.